What are we looking at, Dawn? Well, it's an empty basket. I don't know what it is, but ever since Finish It February, I've been getting really excited when I get an empty basket. So what was in here? Well, let me tell you. For our junk journals for beginners, back to the basics. I had an idea and I wanted to show you it. And it's very quick, it's very simple, and in my opinion, it's easy. Now, things that are easy for me may not be easy for you. So I try not to say that. So let's grab our journal that we have made and open it up. We've got a lot of pages that need things, right? So let's make something to go in this journal. So what I'm going to do is set that out of our way here. I'm going to grab really quickly a proverb to live by. We'll just take the first one. Proverbs 18:24 says, "There are friends who destroy each other, but a real friend, sticks closer than a brother." Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here and you're watching this, I consider you a friend. If you are a subscriber, you are a friend. If you're new here, you're a new friend. Now, as a friend here, I would just like to say, if you have a YouTube channel, let me know in the comments below, because I'd like to be a good friend and come and hit that subscribe button. And then when you have videos, click the thumbs up button and leave a comment. And if I don't have time, I will at least leave a heart, some sort of a comment, because YouTube has an algorithm and it sucks. And if we don't support each other, our videos as a whole in this junk journal community will not be shown to other people. I don't understand that algorithm, but I pray that we can be a real friend to those people in our lives that we look at and see as our friend. Maybe we could be thinking about, how can we be a real friend and stick closer than even a brother? So grab a book page. I've got this book here. Eventually I'll turn it into a journal. I'm actually, you know what? Let's grab two book pages. Two book pages, and we can set the book aside. Now, maybe in the back of your book, rip out the blank page. We're going to need that. I already have one ripped out of another book I've got. This one here was from the Crook County Library. We have a free section, so that's where I get my books. Now, I want to show you the prototype. It is so simple. It is a book page turned into a pocket and into a tag with writing space. We glue this down to the page, and then voila. And we can decorate it however we want, but I want to talk, if we have time, a little bit about decorating. And if you are not seasoned in that and are kind of feeling stuck, or maybe you lost your mojo, I want to discuss the decorating part. But first, how did we do that? Well, one book page. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and think about how wide is our page in our journal that we'll put it on, and we're going to tear it down accordingly. For me, I'm going to tear off the white space over here, trying to do a straight line. I'm going to tear just a plop off the bottom. I'm going to tear a little off this side, and that's where I'm going to leave it. And then I'm going to take this bottom part and I'm going to go ahead and fold it up. How far? Guess what? You get to decide. Let's go, I'm going to do about halfway. No, first, wait. Let's reinforce this pocket and fold this down just a little bit like this. Grab your stick glue. I have mine right here. I have a glue page so I don't get glue all over my surface. let's just run some glue right along there and fold it down. We're reinforcing a little bit. And then let's fold it up to wherever we want it. There we go. Let me get that out of the way. And the glue. Now, you could cut a notch in it. What I mean is, I have a 1.5 inch hole punch. I could come in the middle and just clip some off. Or, you don't have to do that. If you don't have a hole punch, just take your stick glue or any glue or any round thing you've got, set it down, draw a line and trace it out, and you have a thumb notch. And then, what I like to do, you don't have to, I'm gonna grab frayed burlap, distress oxide, and I'm just gonna come and go along the edge here, because then when it is like that, you can see it's a pocket. But now I feel like I need to do the rest. Again, you don't have to, and if you don't have any of this, you could go around the edges with colored pencil, marker, crayon, shoe polish. I keep saying shoe polish. One of these days I'm gonna grab my husband's shoe polish and we're gonna try it. I'm gonna show you what I mean. All right, now our glue page is here because we are now going to just glue down here and here. So instead of stick glue, I'm just grabbing my liquid glue here. And again, it doesn't matter what kind you use. If you want fast drying, really, really fast, by the way, grab off Amazon. It's called Art Glitter Glue. It dries really fast, but this works with any glue. All right, and we're just gonna press it down there. Put the lid on our glue. I can't tell you how fast glue can dry out, and then it won't come out the tip, and that is so frustrating. So we have our basic pocket. See, fairly simple and quick, right? Okay, now the tag. Keep in mind that whatever width your pocket is your tag is going to need to be a little bit skinnier because I have a hair. No, it's a fuzz. Because you want to make sure it's going to fit in the pocket. And remember, we just put glue there. So about here. So grab your next book page. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold mine in half. And I want to see, is that tall enough? If it's down in there. Yeah, for me, that's tall enough. Now, the other one I did was taller. But I think we can do this. What I'm going to do, grab that glue page again. Grab that stick glue. And get glue all over this page. We are doubling it up because my book page is not very thick. If you have a book page and you don't feel like you need to make it any thicker, you don't have to do this part. You can skip it. I just want to make sure mine's thick enough. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to think tag. Okay. So if it's in here, I think I'm going to want it about like that wide. So I'm going to fold it. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my ruler. And I'm going to tear it right at that mark, or approximately. But let's do a straight line if we can. Oh, look, we can't. So this tag happens to be going to be skinnier. That's all right. So that's the basic shape of my tag, except at the top. I want to take that corner off, turn it, put it over here, and line it up. And then I'm going to cut this side off, and they should match. Now, I'm going to put in the description box a link to our junk journaling for beginners, back to the basics videos. I'm going to put that link down in the description box because, sorry, coffee. You may have missed other videos, and this way you can catch up at your own time. Now, we've got book page on the back. Well, we want it as a writing space. Well, that is where your blank page is going to come out. Well, if you have writing on one side, That's the side you want up. You want the blank side down because you're gonna glue it to that page so that this side is blank. So how are we gonna do that? Well, I am just gonna put, again, my stick glue all over here and really focusing on those edges to make sure it's gonna stay down on the edges. Really, my glue, there we go. Okay, then I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna flip it over just to make less cutting. I'm gonna see if I can line it up at the bottom and the side, and then press it down really good. You could always come in with a bone folder, a old gift card, something like that, and press it down real good. All right, and then we're gonna come in and trim around it. You could wait till that glue dries so you don't get glue on your scissors. But because I'm doing a video for time purposes, I'm just going for it. Now, because we did ink the edges of this, I feel like I need to do this. So I'm gonna do that really quick. All the way around on the front, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the back. Why not? Now, do you have any fabric scraps, lace scraps? Go ahead and grab that now, because what I do next is I grab a fabric glue. I've got these as my option. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. This is from the Dollar Tree, and this is from Amazon. You could use either one. I have a little basket of fabric scraps, all different sizes. And I think let's do purple this time. Why not? So I've got just this wonky strip of purple. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just bloop, cut it off right there. And I'm going to put some of this fabric glue on the front and place that down. Kind of squish it a little, turn it over, and then put a little glue there. And then I'm going to bend that over and squish that down. Now, if you don't have any fabric scraps, in my Ko-fi site, I'll try and remember to link that in my description box. I do have some different fabric scrap packs that you could purchase, or oh my gosh, stay. Or I could send you some. What you'd need to do is send me an envelope with your name and address on it and stamped already with 3 or 4 stamps on it. And then I will fill it according to how many stamps you've got. Again, it needs to at least be 3 stamps. And then I'll put some scraps in there for you. You know what I mean? As long as you comment below letting me know, say, I need scraps, I'm going to email you. My email will be located in the description box. Shoot me an email, and in the title, put fabric scraps, and then let me know that you're going to send me an envelope, and I'll give you my address to send it to. So we have our little tab at the top, and now the decorating. So if you notice on here on this tag, I just use a stamp. So let's go ahead and do that. Even though mine already has a picture, let's just grab any stamp. This happens to be the one sitting on my desk. I was using it earlier. I'm gonna grab some black ink and grab my stamp and get ink on it. And I'm gonna go, let's go over on this side. I'm gonna start at the bottom. There we go. And then I'm gonna go again and again And I think I'll go out, out, and out. There we go. Just something simple. And then we'll let that sit aside for a minute with this. So with decorating, when you're doing your decorating of things, pockets or tags or tucks, those things, think of it in 3s or 5s, an odd number. Why? I don't know. I have no idea. It's just something somebody told me. Let me show you what I mean. Do you have a pre-made tag already? And then maybe you've got some graph paper. I just have these little sticky notes. Let's see. Let me grab a few things here. I seem to have lost what I wanted to work with. I had it set aside, so goodness sake. Well, it is stuck somewhere. So, oh well, I'm going to find it stuck to me later, like my bum. Let's set this pocket aside just for a minute, and let's do this tag. So, if we started with this, that's 1, right? And then we could grab some fabric or some sort of a fun paper or maybe some gauze or burlap, ribbon. That would be our number 2, right? And then maybe a little focal point. That's 3. And that would be enough. Good enough. But let's say, like me, somebody sends you a little butterfly and you want to maybe add that. So, maybe you want to go like that. Well, that's 4, okay? We want to keep it 5. So what about adding a little sentiment? Let's just glue this down and let me show you as we go what I'm kind of talking about. So let's start with putting glue on this. Hey, come on. All right, there is number 1. It looks kind of plain, doesn't it? All right, so let's add number 2. Backside, there we go. Sometimes it's hard with fabric to see which side is the back. Now, I probably should be using my fabric glue, but that's okay. So, there's number 2. It's still slightly boring, like it's missing something. So let's go to number 3. Okay, I'll put it about here. So doesn't that look better? Like we could totally leave it like that. We could come in and ink around the edges. See, and we could be done. Just add a little lace or something like that at the top, and we could be totally done. Let me grab, so like for me, I save the little, what do you call them? Do you call them offcuts or something like that from my fabric? And we could just put it right in there and tie it. Maybe we'll tie it in a knot this time instead of a bow. I don't do good bows, so there's that. Okay, so we've got our little doohickey at the top. I mean, that's cute, but again, I really wanted to add that butterfly. So let's add the butterfly. How about right about there? Now, to me, it is back to needing something. I don't know what your thought is. But it's almost like by adding that butterfly, we now need to add something else down here. And that is where I'm going to come in here. These are some sort of words by Tim Holtz. Let's do... Be your beautiful self. Now, with anything sticky, whether it is washi tape or these pre-sticky words, anything like that, always add extra glue so that it doesn't end up in, say, a month becoming unsticky. Now it's a matter of figuring out where down here. How about right there? Get everything to stick. There we go. So see, 3s, 5s, 7s, odd numbers for some reason always look better. Now I could go ahead and I can put this down in that pocket. And now there's 2 things in our pocket. But back to our, hello, where'd I put the, oh my gosh, it's right here. So back to this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab my little pile of scraps that was next to me. And actually, I'm going to grab a drink of coffee. Here's what I think. I think if we maybe go grab a piece of music and it has been coffee dyed. Maybe we'll put it down like that. And then what about, stay, my fingers have glue on them. What about maybe that? Yeah, let's do that. Keeping in mind that if you can keep things flat, great, because the more bulk you have, the thicker your journal's gonna get. Maybe we'll go over here on the side. Okay, there's 2. And then I have this little zipper pouch. People send me, just little die cuts because I don't have anything but the circles that you've seen. Maybe we could add a butterfly. It looks like these pieces in the middle actually are supposed to come out. Yeah, they are. I'm not going to do all of them because it does kind of look cool when some of them are still left. Okay. Oh, but now they're all over my table. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. All right. And maybe we're going to go like right there. Right there? Yeah. So how do we get glue on this? Well, that is where if you come across art glitter glue or Barely Art Precision Craft Glue, you will get in the package these little tiny tips. That's where they come in handy because you can kind of get your glue, your glue on there. Sometimes I lie. Sometimes it's still really hard, but I think if we went slower, it might be easier. And just try and get it on at least all those little edges. And then, careful, turn it over, and I'm gonna press with a napkin. Cute, but I do want a word on the front. How about, this is cute. How about, that was lovely, dear, but I'm gonna give it a little something something on the edges, just for fun. And then I am gonna give it some glue. And I think we'll put it right there. And now, with these are the glue things, tips that you have to put a needle in, do it sooner than later. Otherwise, that's where the glue dries. And we are almost done. I think by looking at this, it needs one more little thing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 things. We need a number 5. And what if we took, where is my drawer of fabric or lace scraps? Here is that drawer. Aha! How about we cut off that, grab our, get that out of my way, grab our Fabri-Tac. It's our fabric glue, and get a good plop there. And then how about right there? Obviously now that has to dry, but if you don't have these kinds of things, the Dollar Tree has bling on a roll, and you could just glue some bling on there somewhere. Peruse your Dollar Tree. That's what I do now and then. Or Happy Meals. So look, yay. So let's grab our journal. Where'd you put it, Dawn? Ah, out of the way, over here. Okay, I want to get bigger and open this. And I want to kind of go to the back. And, well, that's kind of cool. What if we put it on that page, because that has some purple, or we could put it on this page because there's pink here and there. Or let's see. Oh, the music page. Let's do the music page. So I'm going to take this out just while I do this. And on the back, I'm going to use glue. I'm not using my stick glue because I don't feel like it will hold well enough. And I'm just going to put glue all around the edges and then plop some in the middle. There we go. And I think I'll put it right here. And kind of press it out. I do have a little bit of glue coming off the sides, so I'll use my napkin just to get that extra glue off. And really make sure that this sticks before I quit pressing. And then we can put in our tag. There we go. How cute. Yay. Now, I did go ahead and, let's see, where are we at? Right here. I have it sticking out. I did go ahead and I remember we made the double triangle pocket. I did go ahead and add that in. I just glued it right here, here, and here. And I just shoved a book page in there to tell me, hey, you need to make something that fits in there. And then I've got over here, remember we made, let me see. It has 1 pocket, it has 2 pocket, 3 pocket, and 4. We made that, so I have that in there, but obviously we need to make something to put in those. I thought there was 1 more. Maybe not. 1, 2. Oh, sure, it was on the back of this. Okay, here it is. Our corner pocket, remember? So I have that because I kind of think we need to decorate this and make a tag to go in here. So, oh, here's another one sticking out. We did this book page. And basically glued it down on only 3 sides so that we had this here where something goes in it. And then we could put something, let me take it back out. We could put something in the very back, right? Yeah. So I glued those in. All right, so we are done for today. And I was kind of thinking that maybe when we come back, we could do some decorating of the pages some more and maybe figure out what to do with these pockets that are empty or just have book pages in it to remind us. I also have 3 or 4 other very easy, very quick and fun little pockets to make. So I think I'll show you those as well. But we'll wait a few days so that you can catch up, do the laundry if you need to. I know that I do. I hear the dryer running. So I'm going to have some coffee, guys, and I will see you back here again very soon. God bless. Bye-bye.